Hello everybody and welcome to my garden. This is the outdoor cacti garden, and I know it's been a while since I've updated, but I've been extremely sick, so that's the one thing you have to deal with me on the channel, is that I get sick easily. So coming up, we're going to go on to the normal things here. We have a Bolivian torch, otherwise known as a Bridgesii. This one is one of the few ones I actually purchased and didn't grow from seed. This one, as you can see, is turning into a stand. You can see right here, this is where there is sunburn from having too much light. But the weirdest thing is with these, the way this calcifies and stuff is if you scratch it right, it'll all come right off. See it's coming off there. So this is a unique way it works with this type. So I don't take it off, but knowing that there's still the skin under the bottom helps a lot. So I don't take off all this extra stuff that'll turn into, you know, pretty cool cacti wood, because I've always wanted to make a spoon and some forks out of cacti wood. So this one might actually work out for some cacti wood. Anyway, we're going to come over to other ones we have here. Pretty much, unless otherwise stated, it is a Bridgesii by KIMURA's Giant, which is ones that I've grown from seed. Coming over to here to one of the other ones that I did not grow from seed, but I purchased. This is a TBMB. This one has a large number of pups that came on this year, and yes, I know this this whole pot is starting to break. So here was one. I think this was, yeah, this was one. This is one. This is one. This is one. There's this little one right here growing that you can see. I think this is one, and this is one, and maybe this one. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. I think it was like 5 or 7 different ones. So anyway, this is a pretty cool view of this. Coming over here, I need to rip out some of this and clean it out more, but this one's starting to get big. This is the monstrous I have of the Bridgesii by KIMURA's Giant. I had another one, but it didn't do well. This one, I think from pulling it out of the ground, letting the roots get some air and putting it back in helped. Over here, as you can kind of see back between this, move this out of the way here. So you can see this is actually on it apparently. Oh, there. As you can see right there, ow. I keep poking myself with these. As you can see right there, that's one that at the top had started to rot, and I didn't think it was going to do anything, but I put it in anyway, and you can see it started coming back, no problem. Over here we have a couple of them. These are again KIMURA's Giants, or Bridgesii by KIMURA's Giants. Grown from seed, bred by me, very similar to other ones. I had seen this one on a website, and this breed made me really want to do it, so I bred it myself. The only difference is I don't think the Bridgesii I used was an SSO2. I think I just put it as a non-annoyed Bridgesii because I forget where it was, but I don't have it anymore. I got it from somewhere, and I just don't want to guarantee, even though I think it is SSO2. So I'm just not going to, you know, say, oh, it's SSO2 by KIMURA's Giant, but I just know it's a Bridgesii. So no ID Bridgesii, annoyed Bridgesii that I had by a KIMURA's Giant, not the KIMURA Spiny Giant. There's two differences, and you can see that just by looking at them, how they don't have big spines on them. Coming over here, these ones are pretty cool. All these are midsections. Come on, there we go. And these are all midsections. You can see the one I planted upside down and it popped up and it's growing that way. The other one I planted right side up. It's got the pup going up the top and a pup on the side. I'm probably going to take this top and I'm going to probably cut it back and put it in for another pup, and then just take this. I'm going to cut the very top off probably about right here when it's done for the season. Sorry, I have to get this right and learn how to do 4K better. You can see they all get some blemishes on them. Just seems to be the thing. Over here, we've got one that bifurcated or split apart at birth. You can see right down there where it's one root system, but it's multiple columns. I showed you these. This one here, when it was younger, was very promising, although it's not getting as big, but I think it's the pot. So what I'm going to do here, and I know this is from the light. This is from not having enough light. Sorry about that. I have to zoom out a little more. This is from not having enough light. This is where it starts getting back in and growing big. But as you can see, this pot is small, so it's not going to get that big. We have some other ones here. These are ones that never got replanted and potted over. So yes, these are like 16 years old, and they're still hanging out there. I don't get it, but hey, it happens. I think 16, 220s, maybe like, hold on, 15, maybe 10 to 12 years. I don't know. I can't think right now of how long it is. Anyway, coming over here, we have more. These ones have some pretty cool pups growing on them, and the pups are doing pretty well. As you can see, again, I'm gonna do the same thing with these as I did with this. I'm gonna cut off from like here on up, cut off from like here on up. In this midsection, I'm gonna just let that pup down there. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one over here. These two are obviously very different ones when you look at the actual coloration and stuff on them, and the way they look on the top, you can tell they're totally different. But so I have the two pups there. Going to do the same thing with this one, cut it back, reroot it like I did with these here. These are probably the ones I'm just going to give away to my friends and family, you know, stuff like this. Not perfect, but if I cut off the top off here and reroot it, then it's, oops, if I just cut off the top and reroot it, it's going to just look good. And most people don't have the ability to put them in 5-gallon buckets like I do and get them big. Although my sister-in-law has a really good looking one. I have one that looks very similar to this one here that I actually cut. This is the one that looks almost exactly like the one that my sister-in-law has, and I think this is one of the coolest ones because this shows the recessive trait that KIMURA SPINY giant had, as opposed to the I can't think of the word besides whatever. Anyway, as you can see, it actually is doing pretty well, and it's pupping now that it had that. So coming back over here, and well, before we get too much, this one right here, again, some pups on the side, and it's starting to do well. This one here in the gallon jug, again, lots of pups. Coming over here, I really like this one a lot. It's doing pretty good. It's not huge, but it's going to get there. It's variegating a little bit, which seems to be good with some of these, and some of them don't variegate. This was the tip of this one. As you can see, it's starting to grow again. It wasn't growing, and I thought it was dead, and it's growing, and it's getting bigger. So as you can see, this looks way better with that than it did with that crappy tip, and it's growing better too. So coming up here, we have another KIMURA, or Bridgesii by KIMURA giant. This one here had this pup last year, and these two pups came this year. I had to cut this one back down because it was about 3 feet tall, and it was too tall to get into the house because I had to bend it over, and it just kept almost falling out. So if you add this on, it's about 5 feet, 4.5, 5 feet tall, and it's just a little bit difficult when it's spiking you all the time to get it in. Coming over here, we have another one I really like. This one is potentially fair worthy. The only thing is, like all these other ones, because it's outside grown, it has a blemish. Oops, a blemish right there, and you can see that blemish. Just pretty cool all over. Okay, so this is one more here. It's doing pretty well. Oh, I forgot to show this one. This one's doing pretty well. Has one pup on the base here. So I'm going to take it, probably cut it about right here, and then right here again, and take this tip from here on up, whatever grows, and put that in the soil and root it for next year. This one I showed you, this one back here is going to have the same thing. Most of these are going to have the same thing with cutting the midsection off and then just going from there. Another couple here, same thing. This one's cool because I planted it upside down and it popped up from the top, which is unique. These ones here are more midsections. I think some of these midsections are from this one right here, which has got a lot of sunburn on it, but it's actually a pretty good producer for cuttings, and they'll get big. As you can see, they start to get big as they get older. All the rest of these here pretty much are the same thing. A couple of pups in here. This one here is actually a straight Bolivian torch, a straight Bridgesii. This is like the only other, this is the only other one I purchased of the outdoor cacti garden. I wanted that, so I had just a straight Bridgesii. Coming over here, this one also has 4 pups. It's pretty cool. This one here is starting to get better. This one over here is starting to get better and looking good. And then this one over here is another one I was thinking about potentially putting into a fair. So coming over to our final one here, this is the one I've cut a couple times and also taken some cuttings from, and you can see it has 4 pups there. So anyway, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and as always, just enjoy it.